I guess my favorite dressing of all would be Thousand Island. Anytime we go out to eat, I get like a house salad or an American salad, you know, one that has just the lettuce and some carrots and some radishes and maybe a little bit of cabbage in it. I want a good Thousand Island dressing. And it seems like some restaurants, their dressings are always a lot better than what you get out of a bottle when you buy one at the grocery store. So a lot of those restaurants are making their own dressings. So here's a good classic Thousand Island dressing that I think you'll really enjoy. And I'm gonna make this up and we'll kind of show you as we go along on what we got going on here. So give us a second to get our camera reset and we'll start shooting them. So what I got going on here is I got 1 cup of sweet relish. I got 3/4 cup of mayonnaise. I'm gonna add into that a 1/4 cup of onion. I've also got 1 teaspoon of pimento in there. I'm gonna add into that 1 teaspoon of vinegar. And I've got 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire sauce. And I also have 1 tablespoon of sugar. I'm going to add that in. At this point, I'm going to add in 1 egg. I've got an egg that we grated up. You can grate it or chop it, however you want to do it. This is a real simple recipe. It doesn't take a lot of effort, a lot of work. And we're not going to mix this with a whisk. We're just going to kind of fold this in together so our eggs don't break apart. Get this mixed up good, and then we're going to add in some chili sauce. I've got 2 tablespoons of chili sauce. If you don't have chili sauce, you could certainly use ketchup. But we're going to add this in here, and I'm going to get a tablespoon here or a spoon and get all this chili sauce out of this little bowl here. Some of my sugar didn't quite make it all in there. We're going to add just about a good pinch of salt and a good pinch of black pepper. And we're going to continue to fold this in until we get it all combined real good. And we'll see what we have here. I guarantee you once you make this, you will never buy a store-bought dressing again. This will last probably about 2 weeks in the fridge. Now, one thing you're going to see is this is not going to be that really bright orange that you see in the grocery store. This is just a little bit paler than that, but that's okay. And that's what we've got. Let's give this a taste and see what we. I tell you what, that is some good stuff. That is a good restaurant quality Thousand Island dressing. Hopefully it's all going to fit in here. Hopefully I can get it in here without spilling it. So let's see what we can do here. I'm doing pretty good so far, I think. Well, I'm looking forward to some of this on a good salad later tonight. Now, the wife's not really a big Thousand Island fan, but just for grins, I'm going to ask her to give this a taste and see what she thinks about it.
It's actually pretty good. It's not as sweet as I thought it would be. So
put the lid on this dude.
Good job.
And that is a done deal. Hey, hang around. We got another one going to make here in just a minute, so don't run away. My wife's favorite dressing is ranch dressing, so that's our second dressing we're going to make today. And again, this is going to be a killer dressing. Hang around. we'll get it set up here and we'll start making this stuff. Real simple recipe. This recipe starts off with 3/4 cups of mayonnaise. Get as much of that out of there as we can. And to that, we're going to add a 3/8 cup of buttermilk. Took a little figuring out we cut this recipe in half from what it usually is, and took a little bit to figure out what's going on with that. That's just a little bit shy of a 1/2 cup. So maybe a little over 3/8, maybe a little under half, but not quite a half. To that, we're also going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and I've also got about a 1/2 teaspoon of dried dill. We won't add that in there. And we're just going to use a little salt and pepper to taste here. Your preference. And we're just going to whisk this up. Just take a minute to get all this broken up and loosened up. You want your dressing to be thick and not too thin. You want it thick enough that it will stick to your lettuce leaves when you're using it. So, or if you're using it as a dip. Some people like to use ranch as a dip. So let's check this out. We'll let the camera lady give her a taste and see what she thinks about that. See if that meets her approval for a ranch dressing.
It's very good.
Very good, she says. Well, hey, that's two. That's 2 we got going. We got 1 more. Stick around and we'll make the other dressing and we'll be through. And hey, we might even throw in some croutons, some homemade croutons here in a few minutes to go along with this, so stick around. I also enjoy a good Caesar salad occasionally, and you can't beat a good homemade Caesar dressing. So this one's real simple. Normally, when you get a Caesar dressing, it's made with egg yolks and anchovies. Well, we're going to bypass the egg yolks and the anchovies. We're using mayonnaise that has egg yolks in it. We're also using some Worcestershire sauce, and it has anchovies in it. So stick around, we're going to set up, and I'll show you how to make this easy and quick dressing. Okay, I'm going to start off with a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. To that, I'm going to add a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, about like so. Also to that, I'm going to add my Worcestershire sauce, which is 1 teaspoon. That's where your anchovies come from. To that, I've got about that much garlic, maybe, I don't know, maybe a teaspoon, not sure. I'm going to stick that right off in there like so. I've got 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice I'm going to drop in here. I'll scrape some of my goodies off my little spatula here. Okay, and just a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper. My wife says my pinch is more like a tablespoon because of my big hands, so I backed off a little bit. We've also got a 1/4 cup of Parmesan Reggiano cheese. We're going to dump that in there. Now, when you're buying your cheese, you're buying your Parmesan cheese, do me a favor. Don't buy the one that says Parmesan cheese on it. Buy the one that says Parmesan Reggiano, because there's a world of difference in it. That cheese Actually, the Parmigiano Reggiano comes from Italy. The others can be made anywhere from Wisconsin to Fort Worth, Texas. So, now we come to the point where we're going to need to start adding our oil. We also are going to need a 1/4 cup of extra light olive oil, not extra virgin olive oil, not extra virgin oil, but extra light tasting olive oil. The extra virgin olive oil is a little too heavy. So we're going to pour us up a 1/4 cup of this. And then you got to be pretty good at this. And we're going to find out just how good I am. Because you got to be mixing while you're adding your oil in. Just a little bit at a time to keep it from separating. You want it to emulsify real good. That is a good creamy Cesar dressing right there. Let's give this a taste and see how it turned out. I don't know where this spoon will work for tasting. And again, it is excellent. A very good, easy to make Cesar dressing. Doesn't require egg yolks or anchovies. Hang on, we're going to make some croutons in a bit, and we'll make a Cesar salad up and show you how it looks. Stick around. Real simple. We're going to cut this probably 3/4 inch, like so. Got a half a loaf of French bread here. Want to make plenty of croutons for a few days. Just keep it up. Easy peasy. Use a good bread knife. We'll drop these on a sheet pan over here. These are nice sized croutons. They're not all uniform, but that's okay. That's okay. They're still going to be just yummy. A whole lot better than what you buy in the store in those little bags that are hard as a rock. Maybe cut that one more time right there. Okay, we've got them cut up about like so. I'm going to spread these out a bit. I've got some sprayed butter flavored ham, and we're going to shoot it with that. I can get the lid off. Spread these out evenly on a cookie sheet, and we'll pop these in the oven for a few minutes. Keep our eye on them. We may have to turn them here in a few minutes, but we'll see what happens. We'll be back. about 15 minutes in the oven at 375. And they made some really nice croutons. Put that on salad after a while for dinner, and it's going to be delicious. Hey, thanks for stopping by Just Cooking with the Guys. I appreciate you taking time to stop and watch our videos. If you haven't subscribed yet, I wish you'd do so. Give me a like, give me a comment. I'd really appreciate it. For now, I'm going to go and I'll see you.